Okay, this bike has been into a Harley Davidson shop. A senior mechanic worked on it for half a day. He did tests, rebuilt the carburetor, and as you see it still doesn't run. The diagnosis is high mileage. The senior mechanic said that there was a high compression problem, and that meant either the cams or the heads could be worn. The previous owner replaced a worn engine or wore out two engines. Now, I've got to say that if this video series didn't exist, no one would believe me. The reason I took it to a mechanic was I thought that I owed it to viewers and people that watch the video series. I owed them an explanation of what the problem was. I'd just like to say in this finishing up video that this video series was started many years ago, and I realised that there's better mechanics on YouTube now, or on Google I should say. Eventually there was no real explanation for the clicking sound and the non-starting with the huge batteries connected up to the starter. At the shop they put a battery, an old battery they had on it, and it started up, and I've got a fully charged battery installed on the bike, and it starts up with that. Although the problem here wasn't the carburetor, I am going to move on with future motorcycling with fuel injections and codes and computers. After taking this bike to the motorbike shop, I did bring it home, start it and take it for a short ride, and it did seem to be going fairly well, but it always reverts back to this type of performance that you saw in the previous video. The guy in charge of the motorbike shop where I took it to, he said it should have started with any 12 volt battery. Just like to say that I can overhaul or a Chevy C20 truck. I can keep that going. I can get it up and running and keep it running and fix anything on it. I can get a 1984 wide glide shovel. I can get that up and running, fix everything on it and keep it running. A 1981 PE 400 Suzuki. I can fix everything on it and get it running and bring it up to a good standard. All these machines I can bring up to a good standard with the skills I've got, but this particular machine, no, I think it's just the high mileage. I'd just like to say that I didn't intend for this Sports the Problem series to go for so long, but I'll keep it up in public just in case it's of any use to anybody. If it's not a worn engine, the problem, then I can't find it. Head mechanic at a Harley shop can't find it. Can't find any other problem with it. Just like to say also that until now I haven't had the time to take the bike to a shop. I've been flat out with my job and I just haven't had the time. Keeping the choke on, the engine's cool. Choke off now. Choke on. Okay, let's go up and find the best comment. Okay, one more try. Let's wrap it up. Just like to say that my last attempt at fixing this bike before I took it to a mechanic was wiring in a new fuse box. When the mechanic rebuilt the carburetor, he did replace the seal and washer on the jet. There's this comment from Sports of Problem 6. It says that the bike could have been, he thought that the bike had been submerged underwater.